Hello and welcome to Glanbia's Dairy Focus. Starting this week, we launch our animal health and winter feeding open days across our branch network. There'll be 30 events in total starting tomorrow in our Spink branch and running all the way until the end of November. During these events, there'll be good value deals on animal health products and there'll be an additional 10% gift voucher on the day in your branch. But there'll also be first-hand access to animal health expertise as well as on-site silage testing. So bring along your animal disease screening or other testing that you've done for the animals, but also silage samples, so you walk away with a well-informed herd management strategy for the winter. Check out the dates for your local branch on glanbiaconnect.com or talk to your local Glanbia representative. For this episode, we go to our own TJ Phelan with the first installment of a series on soil management.
Hi, so soil health is really important, and I suppose we often focus on what's happening above the soil structure, but I suppose it's really important to look below what's happening underneath the grass crop. And I suppose soil structure, and particularly soil compaction, is something that we really need to focus on going forward in relation to nutrient availability, water quality, and also the life that lives below the soil. So where soil compaction issues occur, you will often see poor or stunted growth with yellowing of the grass on top. There will also be some possible ponding in areas of the fields. Wheatgrasses will become more prevalent, and also the roots of the grass will be much shorter, so this will lead to issues with water and nutrient uptake. So I suppose the autumn time is again an important time to focus on soil compaction where soil conditions are not ideal. And where we see soil compaction occurring, it can affect grass growth by up to 10 to 20%. And this will have a large impact on farm profitability. So again, the autumn time, it's very important to be mindful of poaching from livestock. And where we see poaching from livestock, it can cause a compaction of up to 15 centimetres in the soil. So for these wetter areas of the farm, avoid grazing these when conditions are not suitable. Things such as reducing the stocking rate on such areas of the farm will also help, and also ensuring that there's multiple access points to these paddocks will also help. Also, the use of a strip wire may be useful for such areas. So then, how to correct soil compaction? So for soils that have experienced some slight soil compaction, a really good way of helping these recover is ensuring a good level of soil organic matter in the soil. So generally grassland soils will have a higher level of organic matter in comparison to arable soils. And this will help encourage earthworm activity, which will improve the structure of the soil. So the application of slurry, or ideally some really good quality farmyard manure, is a really good way of improving the soil structure and breaking up maybe that slight soil compaction that has occurred. Also, deep rooting plants such as white clover or multi-species swards will have a longer root, which will be able to break up that soil structure and that soil compaction. So a really good tool in relation to assessing the soil profile in relation and soil compaction is what is called the grass vest method, which has been developed by Tagish. And it involves really taking a spade and digging out a section for examination. And this will give you a really good indication of what's happening underneath the surface of the soil. And for more details in relation to the grass vest method, visit the soil section of the Tagish website, and this will give you a detailed guide of how to carry out the assessment of your soils.
Recently, we also caught up with Karina Pearce from UCD and our own Willie Darmity on feeding cows in autumn to produce high levels of milk solids. So you can watch that video if you will. If you want any more information on any of the topics covered in this episode, please talk to your local Glanbia representative or log on to glanbiaconnect.com.